Hello dear learners. Today I am coming with the general aspects of chemotherapy. Learning outcome. After watching this video, the learner will able to define chemotherapy, summarize history of chemotherapy, explain the important terms used in chemotherapy, classify antimicrobial agent depending upon the mechanism of action of drugs, describe general mechanism of action of antimicrobial agent. Now, chemotherapy, the use of chemical compounds in the treatment of infectious diseases so as to destroy offending parasite of the organism without damaging to the host tissue is called as chemotherapeutic agent, and this therapy is called as chemotherapy. These therapeutic agents, they includes synthetic chemical agents such as sulfonamide as well as naturally obtained drugs like antibiotics. These are also called as antimicrobial agent, and the naturally occurring drugs which is used as a chemotherapeutic agent, they are called as antibiotics. Now we will see a history in short. Now the history of chemotherapy is discussed in three periods. Pre-Ehrlich era, that is before 1891. Now in this era there is no availability of such chemical compound to treat an infection. Most of the cases, if the person or the patient is suffering from any infection, that may lead to die in these area. Then the Paul Ehrlich area, that is in between 1891 to 1935. So in this area there is a development of some substances. A large work was done on the chemical compound that can be utilized to treat the infection. Now this Paul Ehrlich, he also stated that there are some chemical which is obtained from the microorganism which are used to kill other microorganism, but he don't prove that. And after that there is a one scientist, Sir Alexander Fleming, in 1928 observed that one of his bacterial plate was contaminated by fungi when prevented the growth of surrounding bacterial colonies. Now he isolated that fungi, and that leads to the discovery of penicillin, and that fungi is found to be Penicillium notatum. So this is the biggest achievement in the chemotherapeutic agent. And the period after 1935, in this, that Domag, which is a well-known, the name of scientist Domag, who developed the first synthetic agent, protonsil, which is a dye, and that is active against some of the microorganism. And after that a long research work was done on the development of new chemotherapeutic agent, and it is also found that in the protonsil dye the amino group is used for the activity, and from that again the new sulfonamides are developed. And again after this Domag there is development of antibiotics, penicillins are found out. Then the Sir Waxman in 1944, he discovered or he isolated the streptomycin from Streptomyces griseus. So this is the short history of chemotherapy. Now some of the important terms which are used. Bacteriostatic. Now this is the ability of compound to inhibit the growth and multiplication of microorganism. So it will only inhibit the growth of microorganism and their further multiplication, but it will not kill that microorganism. The examples are chloramphenicol, erythromycin and sulfonamide. Next term is bactericidal. It is the ability of compound to kill microorganism. It is the ability of compound to kill microorganism. The examples are penicillins and cephalosporins. Then next term is potency. It is an activity per milligram of chemotherapeutic agent, and it is expressed on the basis of minimum inhibitory concentration, that is denoted as MIC, minimum inhibitory concentration, which is capable of inhibiting the multiplication of one of the susceptible microorganism. So this is called as potency. Next term is again important, chemotherapeutic index. Now this is the ratio of toxicity of drug expressed as a maximum tolerated dose per kg of the body weight to minimum curative dose per kg of the body weight. So this chemotherapeutic agent that can be find out by using this formula, maximum tolerated dose divided by minimum curative dose. Now classification. Now these antimicrobial agents, they are classified in many ways, like they are classified depending upon chemical structure, such as 4-aminoquinolines, 8-aminoquinolines, sulfonamides, fluoroquinolones, etc., etc. Then depending upon the mechanism of action, that they will act on the cell wall, cell membrane, protein synthesis, dealing with the mRNA, also competing with the active substrate. So these are depending upon the mechanism of action. Then depending upon the type of organism against which they are primarily active, means whether they are antibacterial or antifungal agent or antiviral agent. So depending upon them, they are classified. Then next classification type, depending upon the spectrum of activity, whether they are narrow spectrum or broad spectrum. So depending upon the how many number of microorganisms they are showing the activity, depending upon that they are classified into narrow spectrum and broad spectrum. Then depending upon the type of action they are showing, like bacteriostatic or bactericidal. Also depending upon the source from which they are obtained, that is whether they are obtained from fungi, whether they are obtained from bacteria by actinomycete, or whether they are synthesized in the laboratory. So these many type of classifications of antimicrobial agents are there. But out of that, the classification depending upon the mechanism of action is widely accepted, and this will be described further in this video. So these antimicrobial agents, they are classified depending upon the mechanism of action. We will see one by one. First class, inhibit the cell wall synthesis. The agent which inhibit the cell wall synthesis, they are classified into this, and the examples are penicillin, cephalosporins, cycloserine and vancomycin. Second class, the agent which cause leakage from cell membrane, and the examples are polymyxin, bacitracin, amphotericin B and nystatin. Next is inhibit protein synthesis. The examples are tetracycline, chloramphenicol, erythromycin and clindamycin. Next is which causes misleading of mRNA code and affect the permeability. Examples are aminoglycosides, streptomycin and gentamicin. Next is inhibit the DNA gyrase enzyme. Examples are fluoroquinolones and the example is ciprofloxacin. Next class is interfere with the DNA function. Example rifampicin and metronidazole. Interfere with the DNA synthesis. The examples are hydroxyuridine, acyclovir and zidovudine is the example. And the last one is interfere with the intermediary metabolism. The examples are sulfonamide, sulfones, PAS that is para-aminosalicylic acid, trimethoprim and ethambutol. So this is the classification of antimicrobial agent depending upon the mechanism of action. Now general mechanism of actions of antimicrobial agent. So this is the first action, the site of action of cell wall synthesis inhibitor. You can see this is the cell of the bacteria and here you can see that will inhibit the cell wall, and the examples are penicillin, cephalosporin, cycloserine and vancomycin are the example. Second site is you can see the parent DNA in the cell which will get transcribed into mRNA and that is translated to form the new proteins. Now this is blocked by the protein synthesis inhibition. So this is the second site where the drug will act, and these drugs are tetracycline, chloramphenicol, erythromycin and clindamycin. Now this parent DNA that can be replicated by the replication process into the multiple DNA, and the drug which will interfere with the DNA function and synthesis that will act here. The drug which will inhibit or interfere with the DNA function and synthesis, they will act here, and the examples are rifampicin, metronidazole, hydroxyuridine, acyclovir and zidovudine. Next is the site of drug which causes leakage of cell membrane. Now it will act on the cell membrane. You can see the inner wall is cell membrane and the outer wall is cell wall, and that will be the site of drug which inhibit that cell membrane formation and that causes the leakage of that cell membrane, and the examples are polymyxin, bacitracin, amphotericin B and nystatin. Next, now you can see here the drug will block here the site of interfere with the intermediary metabolism. So here the intermediary metabolism is blocked. The examples are sulfonamide, sulfone, PAS, trimethoprim and ethambutol. So these are the general mechanism of action. Okay, so on the cell wall, on protein synthesis, protein function, DNA synthesis, DNA function, again the site of interfere with the intermediary metabolism, and the drug which will act on the cell membrane. So these are the site where the antimicrobial agent act on the microorganism and produce their bactericidal or bacteriostatic effect. So here I conclude the general introduction of chemotherapeutic agent or chemotherapy. So if you have any query, please feel free to ask me. If still you have not subscribed my channel, please like and subscribe it. Thank you very much.